This episode is brought to you by Coffee and Never Tea. Stay tuned in for more.
Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. Make sure you hit the King Earner's official page, get that honorable sea moss, and also get that honorable sour sap. I got it in by the boatload, and I think that you need your honorable lungs and your honorable cells honored by the honorable Condorus Crispus. Tonight I want to speak on something that's kind of funny to me, and I'm thinking that a lot of y'all gonna laugh, but it's actually sad for men to carry on like two bills itches. What I noticed is that from the time I heard Remy Ma say, excuse me, hey, I need you to stop coming up every visit like this. You're coming up 5 damn times a week. What does that sound like? That sounds like a man that's bidding and that's trying to get to the bottom of why you're so annoying. Why do you gotta keep popping up? But usually, that's usually the man trying to wiggle waggle the woman while he doing the time. But I knew then that Papoose had a skirt that he was wearing, and I knew then that Remy Ma was wearing the jeans. It mind boggles me how nobody else sees this. And when you look at the Christmas picture with her and that Prilzik, easy to Blilzak, whatever the Philzucky is, captain, when you see that, you know what you instantly do? You see an individual who's caught up in a web that he can't get out. And he's probably afraid of her. I'm almost sure, I bet $1 million that I don't have, that killzunt won't play with her. See, he's not going to get cute with her and be truthful and tell her what's right and what's wrong. But I guarantee you over and over, he'll sit there and respond to Papoose 1,000,001 times online. They don't understand that they look like two dishonorable hillzors acting like that. When do we ever see men go at each other like that about something and guess what? Not have the honors to pull up on one another face to face and even have a conversation, but more than anything, at the least throw some hands. I mean, it is your Willzife, and he is still zicking dick to her. But hold on, let me give you understanding. I remember being in the can one time, reading a magazine about Remy Ma and her girlfriends, and how they would go on vacations, and they would just call men out and have the men eat their kookalators all day and all night long, and guess what? He ain't even get a shot at the whole vagina in reference to filling it. Never came close. So imagine how long these killzuts, both of these millzuts, been through back and forth behavior of being treated like a dishonorable slillzut. Because guess what? Remy's wearing the jeans in both relationships. She's carrying it like you would think a male would carry it. And that's sad because I think two men shouldn't ever come and go back and forth online about a woman. I mean, where's the honor in that? To actually be online going back and forth about a chick and then your wife. If anything, you should have been on channel 316 in news. But it's like, why even go through that? Because if she don't want you, she don't want you. Ain't no use to dill Zion or going to jail about somebody that don't want you. She been didn't want you. And what a lot of people don't understand is that mostly a lot of brothers that's in prison, we get a pen pal, we carry it like that for some time and now. And you'll find some of the women that I may have been pen pals with when I was bitten, they'll tell you like, it lasted for the way it lasted, but at the end of the day, it wasn't gonna stick along once I start getting mature in age. So at the end of the day, it's like this Prilzik gets an understanding that he's going in a direction of a dishonorable millzut. He's gonna always lose. He's gonna always lose because he has to understand he's been bamboozled by a pen pal. A pen pal that gave him all the game in the world. And us men, that went to jail and was in jail, and I'm not giving up anything. I'm just keeping it honorable facts here. We are never going to deal with the woman who rolled the bed out with us. Sad to say, the one that stood in day for day, night for night, especially if that wasn't your woman before you went to jail. So when you actually come home, you know goddamn well you want to wet your beak a little bit here. But when you go in to wet your beak, guess what ends up happening here? You find out that the one that rolled for you was just like what somebody would call like a mother who just wasn't sending a check-in. But this mother was sending a check-in. That person, that woman that held you down, done it with the same care, love, and honor as your mother did. But you couldn't honor it. You come home and be with the dishonorable slilzut that silzucks everybody dilzicks. And guess what? You actually have the nerve to kiss her. Yeah, you have the nerve to kiss her. But little quiet girl who carried it correctly and rode the bit out, no one touched her. You seem like you don't want to go home to that at night. You want to disappear. You want to figure out how you can bust another move because guess what? It's just all so wrong, it seemed like all of a sudden, once you came out the door, poof, soon as the air hit you, it's like, I'm cool off of that. That person rode with you from the beginning to the end. I need understanding. And that's the thing. A lot of you people online that never been in prison don't have the understanding. Remy treated him like a Milzan treats a Wilzumman that ride that bed out until the wheel falls off. Telling you, the relationship wasn't there before the can started. The understanding is going to come to a different kind of, connection. It's going to start being weird after a long period of time. You may get some years out, but this Milzut here, Papoose, he ran his movie and was there every goddamn day of the bed. I remember it was a rumor that he even tried to break her out. Here it is, he's trying to be Lois Lane to Superwoman. You hear me? I don't understand what's going on. But she became his kryptonite. See, but Remy got to understand, when you do things like that, don't nothing good come to you. It's just like that dude who was bitten with that chick and she was writing and sending all the kites, cashing all the checks, making sure he was good when he called. Hey, go do this, send this cash app. She was doing every last one of that, right? He gonna find out that Jezebel don't give a Philzuck. Don't care. And guess where he's gonna end up back? In that same position. Now he's reaching out the baby girl who rode with him the first bid, and she might last for about a week or two, saying that, she with it and all that. Just because the fact of it. And he did have her wimbled up in his bamboozle before. So it's like, the zeal was there. And then after a while, she catches on because it's like, she started remembering how she was only able to get certain things in the first bit. Maybe it was a call. Maybe it was a letter. Maybe it was just a call to send a check-in. Don't nobody understand it, but I understand it because I bid it before. And once she began to get understanding, it's like, you mean to tell me I done all of this and got nothing back? I don't need the money back, but I would love to have the honor and the care and the thank yous because she noticed that the first bid, when she did send a lot, there wasn't thank yous, only in the beginning. It was just a fast, hey, babe, I love you, I care for you. The whole jailhouse con joint, and she fell for that joint, you hear me? Papoose is that person. He fell for the bamboozle. She went as far as having him a baby, and that was his gift. That was the only gift that she was willing to give him. But he still can't understand that. He's going through the phone, and guess what I believe about this skills eye? And it's sad to say, that's what we call a good man, but some would say, are you kidding me here? I believe that guy was abstinent the whole time. I believe he was celibate. Yes, I believe that he rode the bed so hard, he didn't go get no kukalator. Remy would love for him to have one get some kuka later because she like the nigga. You know, anybody that's solid that's going to bed in jail, I ain't about to be mad at you because you go get some kuka later. You dig me? For the women, rather, I'm not mad at her if she go get some Dilzik. Everything is cleared for me. You know, the average bill sum. The check is clear. The phone is answered. Whenever I want you to do something, I'll do a little just so you can get a lot. I might bang a move and, get me. I know I'm here for the long haul. That gets me all the way around the board. So that's what Remy done. She carried it like a man would carry it. Probably threw the letters back. I know he's very sentimental. She probably got the people start drawing her stuff. I love you, papoose, you know, really getting in his heart, taking everything from him. He can't breathe again. How that song go? How can I breathe again? How can my heart beat? Yeah, his heart couldn't beat unless he had her. And as soon as he got her, he noticed, God damn it, she don't want me. God damn it. I've done all these years. She give me the baby and I still can't want her. I mean, she still don't want me. She wants somebody else. And guess what? It's not that she want a thugger guy or a guy that's super gangster. You know what she really wants? She want another papoose because Remy ain't finished running her movie. Her movie is her movie. And it's like any man that runs a movie. And we got to start checking ourselves. I know I did after my second bit. That last joint, I sat down. I said, I ain't playing that game no more. You know, I might kick the little Willie Bobo, like lead them on, whereas though I still can get that conversation, you know. I still can get those letters, you know what I'm saying? But when it came down to a relationship, it was like, I'm not going to commit myself because at the end of the day, I'm going to be a bigger Killzone and misery something that I know I couldn't please. I know I can't please this woman from in the joint. Here it is, I'm signing up for marriage. Let's get to it. And then find out I ain't even do the marriage correctly. The way Islam is really supposed to be done, you know? So when you come home, you're like, God damn, I played the whole game because that game was, the one that was there for me is the only one that got all the honor, meaning the visits, the letters. If we winning, I'm sending a coin home. She doesn't have to send a coin in at all, period. And if she does, maybe it was in the beginning for me to give some understanding from her. Like, okay, now I see we're carrying it. Let me show you something. I can earn more than you in here than you can earn out there. No one's going to present that to their main one. The others get the little, little email. They don't even get a chance to see me. You got to realize you not seeing them create something in them. So you come up with every excuse with your visits. No, you can't come up. I got so-and-so coming up this week. No, hold on 1 second. Listen to me. They locked the jail down. Oh, my gosh, I've been in the hole forever. I'm just getting back out. Because you giving somebody else another movie for the time being because that got doll over there. And she don't understand that, but you bitten. When they get doll, it's like all of a sudden I got writer's block. You're not going to receive no letters no more from me. You may hear from me once in a blue moon. And guess what? That's when I may want something small or tall. And my grandmother hit me to this. You want to find out a woman that's really with you and you in jail? Ask for a number and see if she carried a number. If she's annoying, she's annoying, she's not for you, shoot the number at her. Hey, I need to borrow $5,000. I want to get back in court. I want to do this, that, and the third. You know that you ain't carrying it like that. You just see if she's going to get a pound up. And once she says no, you're able to cut her off. Listen, I'm in a tight situation. And, I can do bad by myself like I'm already doing. So I appreciate that. You can go ahead and run your movie somewhere else. Have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? And this is what people don't understand. And this is the reality of what we got to start presenting to people, because if we don't present it to people, my daughter might get caught up in that nonsense. You see what I'm saying? And I said it for some time. Oh, my goodness, I ain't going to allow my daughter. I used to say back in the day when I was young, if I ever have a girl and her boyfriend locked up, I'm going to make her kick that door down. Now I'd be like, man, I wish my daughter would be caught with a person that's in jail, unless it was her husband. I better not hear her about her running up to no prisons behind some nil nigga that's talking to a million and other one niggas and don't even care about her totally. Because that one that he may have loved that was already left out there, he's all over that really. But he's pretending and he's carrying it and he might even be giving it a game. Go ahead and call so. I'm gonna get it from so-and-so. Come on, be quiet. I ain't fucking it, but I can get the check for what you needed. All right, but this is what the dishonor is. Good thing with me, I didn't do that. I didn't double back. I didn't do no and back up and hey baby and we capping and we rapping. We ain't never got a lie to kick it. But at the end of the day, we got to start making sure that our young women and our young men, because there's a lot of brothers that get the same nonsense as we see with Papoose. They'll go for the same movie being ran on them. And I ain't mad at it if it's your husband or your wife. I'm not mad at that. Stick in, don't break. You hear me? But if you just met this Mills of a Phil Zucker and y'all had a little and it was like, it's like, you have to say to yourself, and if it's your child or your daughter, are you dilsum? Because that's not what we're doing. We're not carrying it like that. That's not a reality. We want you to be happy and have something that's a reality. Phone sex and all that might work a little bit here and there. Eventually, she's going to want some dilzik. For a woman, a man, eventually he's going to want some kukalator. At the end of the day, we're human beings. God didn't put us on this earth to live like that. So I stopped all the restrictions with the women. I stopped all. Once you was off me in a can. Bottom line, okay, have a nice day. On to the next. You'll double back. And you'll find that one that seems to be attached so much where he or she can't stop calling that one because it's like your lick is gone. When your lick is gone, it's like, what do you pull out a lollipop? You don't have no lollipop, nothing you can lick on. You're sitting around trying to figure out, and nobody else sending you a Phil-sucking kills on. Yeah, because you're supposed to be earning off the Phil-sucking lils, and this is your home for the time being. Wherever you at, wherever you land, I don't care if it's in the wilderness, and you got to send goddamn ducks home. Babes, I'm selling ducks out here in the wilderness. I sent home 4 for you and the kids. You do that then. At the end of the day, that's for marriages. They got married while they was in the can. Her arrest, it seemed like he just gave it all up and was willing to paint this beautiful story for her. And she didn't want to honor it. So what do we have here, people? We have 2 individuals. That easy to Blilzot Captain Milzut that looks like Papoose' first brother or his only brother. They've been bamboozled, him and Papoose. And Remy Ma says, I'm carrying it like a nil zigger. When I'm done with him, I'm going to go to the next one. And when I'm done with him, I'm going to go to the next one. While they sit back and quarrels. And, it could have went deeper than that. They're having fist fights about some pills or see that don't want them. If this ain't no Hills or kitten cat fight, I don't know what is. But I'm King Earner from the Honor of Life, and when I'm speaking how I speak, I don't speak from a flea perspective. I speak from a coffee, not tea perspective. King Earner Life and direct.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Coffee and Never Tea.